you must have a product. You must have product or products. Actually, you need a lot of products. So I want you to start thinking about what you want to sell. It's very important. If you don't have a product or products, you can't sell. You can't make any money online. Now, I'm going to show you some of the things that I sell or have sold online. Now, this is an old tintype African American photo from the 1800s. I love history. Was looking on eBay just photos. Wasn't even thinking about selling them, just looking just for my own interest, and realized that there were people selling all kinds of African American photos online. And some of the prices to me were outrageous. So I ended up getting a book on how to sell African American vintage and antique photos online. And so this is a tintype. It's a very, very old photo. Some of these photos go for $100 or more, believe it or not. This particular photo, I may have spent maybe $25 or less. I ended up making a profit. I currently have one of the biggest online inventories on eBay when it comes to African American antique and vintage photos. Absolutely love old photos. eBay was very good to me with this, and this is how I got started. Now, as far as where I found the product, and we'll talk about that later, I went right back on eBay and found that there were people selling like tons of photos of old African Americans pictures in lots. So what I would do is I would pretty much go on eBay, buy like 100 of them at a really low price. Sometimes I would buy like 50 photos and it would cost me like $40. I would turn back around and sell each photo. You know, this was after me doing research. And so the person on eBay selling it didn't know what the value was. There were just people selling it maybe from an estate sale. They were just trying to get rid of it or whatever it was, you know. And I ended up reselling each photo based on the item's value. Okay, so if I paid $30, you know, for maybe 50 photos of just African Americans, we're not even talking about famous people. And I would just turn around and just sell one of the photos for, you know, $40. So just off one picture, I would already have my money back. And I had 49 more pictures left. So you see, so it's really buying low and selling high. Now, this is a key point. Find a person's need or desire and sell that product. I didn't even know that people were interested in old African American photos. I found myself selling photos to artists, people who were, you know, painters and designers and advertising agencies and places in high-rise buildings in New York, movie studios. I'm like, wow. So find a person's need or desire and sell that product, okay? I've sold, and don't laugh, I've sold plush toys. I don't know where, I would think I might have been on YouTube or something watching some old commercials. I don't know what it was, and I saw this old commercial. Do you guys remember Munchie dolls? This was like back in the 70s or 80s or something like that. But I said, hey, where are these Munchie? I couldn't find that many Munchie dolls, little plush toys. Okay, I've sold that online on eBay. So just focus on selling small items too. This is a key point. Focus on selling small items under £1. This is very important. I don't want you to start selling big stuff. Big doesn't always mean better. When I first started off, I was on Craigslist and I found this big, gigantic Marilyn Monroe. It was a frame. It was just big. It was a neon Marilyn Monroe, something that lit up photo, something. And it was just a big, heavy framed canvas looking thing. And I sold that thing for $150 and I thought I was doing good. Right there on Craigslist. I bought it on Craigslist and then I sold it on eBay for $150. Not too many people had this. It was like a neon thing with Marilyn Monroe. Anyway, it took me about an hour and a half just to pack it. That's how big it was. Okay, I didn't want to break the neon because the neon was attached to it was a part of the whole art design or what have you. So and I packed it. Took me an hour and a half, and I was trying to find the best box for it and the best stuff to put in there to protect it, and bubble wrap and all this type of stuff. And finally was out of breath just getting it packed. Sold it and shipped it somewhere in Canada. And the thing broke. Okay, it arrived, broke, everything was broke. First of all, it cost me about $100 or something like that. It just was to just ship it. All right, so I was already just losing money. And then when I got there, when it got there, it was broke. The neon thing fell all, just was pouring all out the thing. It was just it was a bad experience. Nothing wrong with selling big things, but if you're going to sell large items, it's going to cost money for shipping, and it's probably going to cost money to actually, purchase on the low and then sell it higher. So big things tend to be a little bit more expensive, but I would encourage you to focus on selling small items under £1 first. Rarely do I sell anything over £1 right now. So be careful about that. Yes, I've sold women's new sexist stretch tube tops. Matter of fact, I still sell tube tops online on eBay. And, it's something that's cheap to buy. It doesn't sell, it doesn't sell up and make a lot of money as far as like the price, but you can profit from selling a lot of these online. So don't be afraid. Key point. Don't be afraid to sell things that may not be of interest. I don't know nothing about women's clothes, but I do know that, as we saw in one of our sections there, that 60% of women purchase things online. So don't be afraid to sell things that might be outside your comfort zone. Also, this is Sears, okay? This is an item that I have on Sears. It's a brown sugar t-shirt. I've sold a lot of these, guys. So have fun. Come up with your own ideas. I was in the car listening to the radio one day, listening to D'Angelo. There was a movie called Brown Sugar, but y'all probably remember D'Angelo had a song called Brown Sugar. And I was like, listen to the song. I said, that would make a nice t-shirt. And all I did was have this made, I had somebody design the shirt and came up with a brown sugar t-shirt. Next thing you know, all kind of people from all over the world were buying this brown sugar t-shirt. And as you can see, it's still on Sears.com here. And you may be able to see my company name, Try7 Entertainment, right there. So key point, have fun. Come up with your own ideas. That's where you're going to make most of your money, by coming up with your own ideas. You hear me? This is the way you're going to make most of your money. It's okay to jump on the bandwagon when you're just getting started. This is what I want you to do, but eventually the way you're going to be able to be super successful is by coming up with your own ideas. Things I sell or have sold online. This is what I have. Actually, I'm still selling the 2017 official White House Barack Obama calendar with First Lady Michelle Obama. Our first family calendars. I've sold hundreds of these online. Okay, this was an official White House calendar, and I was able to get my hands on it at a low cost from a good friend of mine. Was blessed with the opportunity to get a real great price on it. I probably sold I don't know, I can't remember, but I know I've sold hundreds of them this year in 2017 alone. So don't limit yourself to just one genre. You might like apparel, or you may have some interest in electronics or some things like that. In the online space, you don't have to limit yourself to just one genre. You can sell all kinds of different things. And so this was the number one selling item in the calendar section. Actually, I think maybe home. I'm not sure what this is. I think home and decor. But we had the number one selling calendar on Amazon for the second year in a row. We actually had another Obama 2016 calendar that was number one for many weeks. And this calendar still is doing very well to this day. And we're only in the month of, this is the end of March 2017 at the time of this recording. So don't limit yourself in the things that you'd like to sell. Lebron James, this is from Overstock. I sell posters online. It's okay to sell things with some famous people. Now, this particular LeBron James, you guys know LeBron, NBA champion now, and he's a famous basketball player. There's a fine line of what you can sell online when it comes to famous people, but for the most part, LeBron James ain't thinking about nobody selling his posters. Okay, LeBron got so much money, he ain't thinking about it. So there's tons of different LeBron James posters selling online. So it's okay to sell some things with some famous people. Taylor Swift might not work. So if you try to sell something with Taylor Swift, Taylor's people might do what they call a takedown. Okay, where they're, that's copyright infringement. So certain celebrities, it's okay. Some of them have passed away and it's okay. Some of them have estates and they don't like you selling things with them and making money off of them. I sell a lot of old, like famous people, historical items, educational items, so this is a fine line, but for the most part, you can do very well selling famous people. On the right here, here on Overstock, you can see I have another LeBron James poster. And that's another thing. When one thing that you're selling starts to do very well, you want to keep it going and do more similar kinds of whatever you're selling. So if you're selling a red t-shirt, for example, and it has a certain style that everybody likes, sell a green one of that same style, sell a white one, sell a blue one or black one. Okay, so we have some posters over there that I sell, and this is on Overstock. Prince iPhone 6 Plus. This was right after Prince passed away. At the time, I wasn't sure about an estate. I think there were some things going on. This was presented to me as far as the design, and I basically ran with it. So we have Prince posters. It's basically a commemorative design, just honoring Prince pretty much. And people have loved this iPhone 6s. Well, I think we have 6 Plus and other different cases, but this is a cell phone case. A key point: electronics and cell phone accessories sell very, very well. So if you're going to sell things, electronics always sells, and cell phone accessories and any type of electronics accessories, they do very, very well. And here we are on jet.com. Key point: sell current events. A lot of people were sleeping on Hillary and Bernie. Okay, this was back in, let me see if I can find the date on here, sometime in 2016. This was when Hillary was a presidential candidate. No one was sure who was going to be her vice presidential running mate, and so I was under the assumption Hillary probably was going to go with Bernie because everybody loved Bernie too. So what I did was I started selling bumper stickers before she even, picked her running mate. Of course, it wasn't Bernie Sanders, but I had these Hillary Bernie 2016. Trump said, "Make America great again." I said, let's come up with something, make America even better, And so this was bumper stickers that I've sold. It says right here on eBay, I think I sold 12 of them. Doesn't sound like much. The price wasn't that high. I may have spent maybe 30 cents for each bumper sticker. Now, this is just eBay, but think about it. If you have the same bumper sticker on eBay, Etsy, Amazon, and other places like Sears or Overstock, it can add up. So this bumper sticker may have cost me maybe 20 cents. So this is how you start. You have to start thinking buy low and sell high, but sell current events. Now, I think I might have taken this down, but I had t-shirts just like this. Okay, Hillary Bernie 2016 t-shirts. These Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders are in the public domain, so they have their own t-shirts and things that they were selling as far as the campaign show. Other people were selling different Hillary, even Trump things as well. And so this is how you have to start thinking of ideas. This is a Prince poster that we sell overseas. This is Amazon Japan. And we'll get into international sales at a later date. That's a whole nother animal, okay? Like I said, you got to crawl before you can walk. I also sell on Amazon Japan. Look, I can't even read the writing here, but you can have it translated, and it does pretty well overseas. So you key point: sell what's hot, and then sell worldwide. Look at this. I'm gonna cry. Tito, give me some tissue. Okay. Key point: make your hobby your business. It's okay to have a hobby, but make it your business. That's very, very, very important. This cute Maltese dog you're looking at right now, posing at home, was actually my dog, Lamb Chop, posing at home. So I took a picture of my dog, sold many of these, put that sucker right there on eBay, and sold a lot of these. And so look at the price there, 8 by 10. All right, so you can make your hobby. If you're into photography, sell your, your photos. If you make quilts, sell quilts. Okay, so you can make your hobby your business, but I don't want you to treat your hobby like a hobby. I want you to treat your hobby like a business. Okay, but you can sell your own things that you make. Ties, apparel, key point. Apparel always sells. I have so many ties. I found out that people buy ties online. I have so many ties. I have like 700 ties right now that might even be on the internet right now on eBay. Okay. And these are every tie that you're looking at right now are ties that I have sold. I had to do my own research. Some ties sell for, $14, $15. Other ties, depending on the brand, like a Salvatore Ferragamo, will sell for more. Now, I can't tell you the countless times, the blessings that my wife and I have experienced. 3 o'clock in the morning, we're hearing ka-ching. That's the sound that it makes when you get something, when you sell some. Some of you may notice already, but you'll hear a ka-ching on eBay. And there's been countless times where 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, we have our, phones on or what have you, and we're asleep. And all of a sudden we hear this ka-ching, like, what is going on? Ka-ching at 2 o'clock in the morning. And it's somebody somewhere, I don't know, but buying a tie. And we've sold ties for over $100. So that's what you call passive income. There's nothing like waking up to somebody buying one of your ties that you paid maybe, I don't know, 35 cents for, and profiting from that, and actually, hey, selling a tie to somebody who's going to use it to go to work and look good for the next day, So these are all these different ties. Apparel always sells. The thing is that I went overboard, didn't cost me a lot of money, but I did invest in ties, and I bought so many ties. I got like maybe another 700 that I ain't even opened yet. So that's just goes to show you can sell all kinds of different clothing, new or used, on eBay. I have so many ties. I started giving ties away to all my family members, and I went on Facebook and I was like, hey guys, I was throwing out trivia questions. Anybody who can answer this question gets a free tie. I just have so many ties. There are a lot of ties on eBay, but I still sell ties to this day. This is stuff and ties that I've listed like last year, and I'm still selling ties. So apparel always sells. I used to sell baby clothes. I started off on eBay many years ago selling my daughter's baby clothes. So you can sell clothes. There's always somebody that may want it. Make sure you wash the clothes though first. All right. Figurines. I love my African American people. All right. So I sell figurines. Here's a new cute figurine boy, flowers, Black Americana polyresin statue. Now you see this title here, so many different words. I'll teach you about that later on, but this is what you call keywords. You want to make sure you put keywords in these titles. Very important. So don't despise small priced items. This is a key point. It does add up. So it may look like it's a small little price. I've sold 10 of these, but if you have this on different marketplaces, it can really be some extra income for you. So it doesn't always have to be big price items. You can buy these, and I'll show you places later on in another section where you can buy stuff like this, where there are websites to where you can go purchase these items and for really cheap. So if you don't have a lot of money, you can buy stuff like this. I think I may have paid, let me think. I don't know if I even paid over $30, and I think I might have purchased 60 or 70 these little teeny little figurines. Key point: collectibles always sells. Collectibles are great to sell. So if you can find something that's a collectible, always sells well on eBay. So when you think of selling collectibles and older things, think eBay. This is Eddie Murphy, Beverly Hills Cop, 8x10 photo. I'm a photographer. I love old photos. I love photos. And I've sold a lot of different kinds of movie stills and from films and television shows. I used to be an actor. So this is nostalgia that I love and I'm totally interested in. So sell collectibles and sell something that's a collectible that you're interested in as well. Finally, this is some of the items. This is my items value on eBay. So you can see I have up top to the left over 21,000 items listed on eBay. Okay, I'm getting close to my limit, which they'll probably increase very shortly. And and I have over $314,000 worth of products on eBay right now. So if I sold every one of the items that I have on there, we would make in sales, okay, 314,000, okay. And as you see, I have almost $1 million limit. So eBay, when you get started on eBay, is very important. They'll start you off very small. They'll say, okay, well, you can sell 25 items and it can't be more than $3,000. And as you start to sell more, they'll start to increase your limits as far as what you can sell. So key point, it's a numbers game. More products means more sales. So that's how it works. The more products that you have listed online, the more sales you're going to make. So if you got like 2 little products on there, it's not going to get you your money, and it's not going to help you become financially free, or at least on the road to that. But you can get started on eBay. Put as many products as you can up there. So if you put like 2 products and you waiting on the sale, it's not going to work. So the key to that is put as many, you hear me, as many products as you can on there, because it's a numbers game. And then with eBay and Amazon, they have these algorithmic computer systems to where it's like they kind of know, if you're selling a lot, if you're putting more up, and if they see that you're putting a lot more up, don't forget they're getting a fee from you too. Every time you sell something, they're getting a fee. Now, with my wife, to give you an example, she started selling old African-American photos too and became a top-rated seller on eBay. And I showed her, I said, hey, honey, you can do the same thing I'm doing. Just go on eBay, buy all of these photos, and then resell each one of them. Now, it did take a little time to put each one of them up, basically taking a picture and just listing it on eBay. But at first she was a little discouraged because it was like, oh, I'm not really selling anything. I was like, honey, you only have 10 up. You got to get more of the photos up. It's a numbers game. And as soon as once she got to like 25 items, all of a sudden she got a sale. So she got excited. Next thing you know, she started putting more up, and then she started buying more photos. Now she has like maybe 400 or 500 antique vintage photos, antique and vintage African-American photos, and she gets sales all the time. But it's a numbers game. So eBay is like, you know what? That we're not going to make money off this person because they're not serious. We're not going to make money from them in our fees because they only have 10 items up. But when they see that you're serious, and I don't know how they do it, but it's like a computer system, and they see that you're consistently, that's another thing, you want to consistently add more items to your eBay account and products, and go out there and find products to sell and list them up there. They're going to say, oh, they're serious. And what they're going to do is they're going to say, oh, they have the potential to put a whole bunch of stuff, and we want our fees. So we're going to make sure people see his or her items, your items on there. Okay. So that's how it works. It's a numbers game. The more products that you place and you list on eBay and other accounts means more sales, because in their eyes, they want their money too. You're going to be making money, but they're going to be making money off the fees from the products that you sell. Anyway, on to the next section. Hope you learned you got to have a product.